Chief James Craig holds a news conference Monday about the Noel Night shootings. Photo, David Gerlnick, The Detroit News, by photo. Detroit. In response to the Noel Night shooting that wounded 4 teenagers, Police Chief James Craig expressed concern that large groups of unsupervised teens were out and about that evening. While at past Noel Night events, teens would be dropped off outside and go to the indoor events, this year's event saw large groups hanging out outdoors. The gunfire affected not only the lives of the 4 teens hit 14 and 16-year-old boys, a 17-year-old girl, and a 19-year-old man, but the 16-year-old boy now jailed and accused of pulling the trigger. "It's an unfortunate situation that should not have happened," Craig said. "This is about keeping children safe." It started on Friday after 2 groups fought at a championship high school game, Craig said. At Noel Night, the 2 groups met up and there was some pushing and shoving before the gunfire. He pondered Monday whether a curfew for minors, along the lines of the curfew for the 4th of July fireworks, might be appropriate for future Noel nights, but also suggested that an adult presence to chaperone dropped-off children might work. Detroit police have sought charges. The Wayne County Prosecutor's Office is expected to make a decision on charges by Saturday. Craig said that when he responded to the shooting, hundreds of teens were in the area without adult supervision. "I think it's time to start that conversation," he said. "Had there been a curfew, would this have happened? Probably not." Police responded to the shooting in enough time to transport a shooting victim to an area hospital. The 19-year-old male victim, though, had to actually pass police and EMS en route to taking a bus home. He was only identified as a shooting victim after finally appearing at a hospital for his graze wounds. He and the other victims are all in stable condition at last report. The shooting led police to close portions of the attraction that draws tens of thousands and fills Midtown with performers and families. Participating venues, like the Detroit Institute of Arts, were emptied. On Monday, a Noel Night visitor who stood just feet away from the gunfire recalled what she saw that night. Melissa Weckler, 40, was at Noel Night with her boyfriend and another couple. She'd grown up attending the event and has attended the last several. This year's event was unremarkable from the others for most of the night. Tons of people out of all sorts, families, couples, everybody, Weckler said. Definitely a heavy police presence. The group was on John R. at East Warren, outside of the Michigan Science Center. Groups of teenagers appeared in the area. "It was rowdy," Weckler said. "It got a little bit uncomfortable. Then, in a dark section of John R., a fight broke out, and a circle formed around the combatants," she said. Soon that circle broke and started running toward the 2 couples. "Oh my gosh," Weckler said she thought at the time. "Here we go."